It has been a while since we've done this, but wow, we couldn't have asked for a better night to do it. I don't think we could. And look, we're lit. We're actually
So well lit.
we're so well
Well, we
lit.
got a new load of wood in, so
That's true. That's true. The woodman came and paid us a
the
visit,
woodman cometh.
and we're very excited about the woodman coming. It's always nice when the woodman pays a visit, and we have libations. So if you've got something to drink with us by the fire pit, make sure to bring it with you.
It's so nice to be outside.
It really
after-
is. It really is.
It was
And
a beautiful day today in the 60s.
oh my god! And then tonight, it was just it's clear skies. It's just yep, moon's out. Moon's out. Half
And,
moon.
and if you listen, I heard the peepers, the little froggies.
Oh yeah.
They've just started to emerge.
Yeah. It's going to be
So it's starting to be spring.
libations would be a bad thing for me tonight, but enjoy. Well, even if your libation is
OJ.
OJ, or if it's water, or if it's just something to wet the whistle, you're more than welcome to join us by the fire pit. For those of you new to the stream and those of you new to what we're doing here, this is Fireside Lore. I am in the Destiny directory, but this is Destiny related. We basically, we being me and my wife. My wife does not play Destiny, but she is fascinated by the lore of Destiny, and
And we're both storytellers.
we're
so
both storytellers. We're both authors of science fiction and fantasy, and we have been doing this for quite some time. We started doing this when 2019.
Yes, I don't know what is time.
What is time? I know we did. We started.
Before the times, before
We,
the dark
did.
times.
We did this before the. We've done this before the.
I want to say like the.
Oh, that's been over 2 years. It's almost coming up on 2 years.
Yeah, I want to say we started in the fall of 2019.
Yeah. And we started doing these because people were telling us that don't want to be a downer tonight. It's been very bad, no good day. Well, that's the whole point of this, right? The whole point of us doing Fireside Lore is to give everyone a little bit of comfort and a little bit of
Something soothing.
something soothing. That's a great way to put it, hon. Yeah, something soothing, and that's what we want to do. We started doing this. Well, let me rephrase that. I started doing this, and then Pip saw me doing it and wanted to join in, and now we do this Fireside Lore.
Well, we get through more lore if we do it to
Yeah, sure. And what's been great about this, especially in 2020, was it became a source of comfort for people to
And for us, too.
and for us, yeah, to build a fire by the fire pit and just enjoy this time with you and enjoy. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, Sam was like, "Fireside Lore, let's go!"
It's back, baby.
It feels great to bring this back too. And yeah,
You
and,
still remembered how to set it up?
Yep, I'm real happy I remembered how to set it up.
What are you doing now? The pie's perfect. He
well,
never leaves the fire
I
alone.
can never leave. Man never leave fire alone.
He just discovered a whole lot of twigs had fallen off during the winter off our big sycamore tree in the front yard.
And my neighbor was also clearing out his yard. So basically, between him and me, I've got plenty of kindling.
It's still a little chilly out here, but it's nice. It's really nice. I prefer this weather to the stinking hot, August. August weather.
I mean, I'm a winter person. I admit it, but there is something to be said about.
Yeah, but you don't want to go out in 20 degrees to.
And even with a fire pit, yeah, it's not enough. So I've missed this.
So this is starting to get in the time of the year where we can do Fireside Lore and not like freeze our butts off out
Right.
here. Plus, it's nice to get out of the house.
Even if it's just in our backyard.
Yeah. Today I expanded. Well, T's going to help me tomorrow, but I got the framework sorted out to expand our garden, our vegetable patch, by double.
Yep.
So we're going to have potatoes and strawberries and peppers and tomatoes and what's the other thing? Potatoes. And what's the other thing?
Potatoes.
There's something else. Oh, we're going to do a little bit of spinach. Yeah,
Yep,
my
yep.
rhubarb is coming up.
Yep. It's a. So let's see who else just came in. Nerd Girl's in here. So yeah, good to see you all.
Hey, everyone.
And yeah, so the question is though, if you're curious as to so how exactly does this whole thing work? This Fireside Lore. How it works is if you notice in your in your chat interface, there's this thing called channel points, and everybody's got different channel points. And because I'm a steampunk author, my wife is a steampunk author, we have this thing called golden gears. And for a redemption of 10,000 golden gears, you add in one more piece of Fireside lore. So I double checked just to see how many Fireside lores we've amassed during the super cold winter, and it turned out we had amassed, brace yourself, 25 Fireside.
25. So we're going to knock half of them off?
250 golden gears have gone to getting that Fireside lore all built up.
So we're going to do half tonight?
We could probably do half. We could easily do 10. We're actually doing 10
We're going to
tonight.
do 10, and let's see if we can get 12 out. That would be nice too.
Absolutely.
That's only one extra each.
Yep. And how it works is I grab the.
So what lore? What are we reading?
Oh, now this
from?
is exciting. Okay, so we are reading the book that is called The Dark Future. Okay, and to give you context, this is what The Dark Future is. The Dark Future is the lore where the Exo Stranger, and for those of you playing Destiny, you watched me play Destiny, the Exo Stranger is the woman who is out on Europa all by herself, and you find out through playing Beyond Light that the Exo Stranger is actually Anabre's sister, Elsa. And yes, that is absolutely intentional on
Did
their
she let
part.
it go?
Yeah, no, she didn't. Actually, she didn't.
She can't let
She
it
didn't.
go.
She can't let it go. But yes, it's Anna and Elsa, and they are on Europa together, on the ice world of Europa. So well done, Bungie. Well done for trolling all of us.
See what you did.
Yeah, we see what you did there. So these are all her books about the dark future, because she's been traveling from timeline to timeline to timeline, trying to fix what her family hath wrought. And this is just one of this lore book, which is called The Dark Future. This is Chapter 1, The Family Line. Another sleepless night. Not that I require sleep, but it helps me to feel normal, whatever that is. I hear shuffling outside. Probably a rat scrounging for food. Good luck. I'm sick of always having to search for a safe place to rest, though everyone displaced these days, since the last city fell. I hear the noises again. Louder. Someone's near. Before I have the chance to move, they're at the head of my cot. I swing off the taut fabric, grab my weapon from the floor, and then roll across the room, blasting stasis at my assistant. Oh, at my assailant.
That would be bad.
Yeah, that's a very fine line. Assistant, assailant, and my assailant. They dodge it entirely, leaving my bed momentarily frozen in time. A far-off rounds grazing their shoulder. Elsie, wait! No one calls me that, except her. The attacker removes her hood. She's changed, a bit worse for the wear, but it's her. My stubborn sister. What were you thinking, Anna? Why did you attack me? You attacked me. It's been years since I've seen her after the bombardment. Last family reunion didn't end well. A crimson line rolls down the length of her arm. You're wounded. Oh, you're wounded. It's nothing, I'll be fine. You're not fine. Where's that annoying gnat? Why isn't it fixing you? I said it's nothing. Something's up. I stare through her until she offers an explanation. She's gone, Anna admits begrudgingly. Let's leave it at that. I'm not surprised to hear this. What are you doing here, Anna? I need you to teach me. Show me how to use stasis, like you. You really understand how to control it. You're not corrupted, like them. She sounds desperate. That's a bad sign. We've been over this. My answer remains no, I say. Anna is smart, but too easily led astray. It's a miracle she ended up how she did. I can't get involved. Every day I make it by the skin of my teeth. Without the... okay. That's her. Every day I make it by the skin of my teeth. Without the light, without the traveler, I'm a sitting drag, just waiting to be picked off. I have bigger concerns. Then family? She asks, trying to pull at my heartstrings. Won't work. I pick up my bag and head out the door. You're just going to leave? Fine, I'll find someone else to help me learn stasis so I can take down Savathun. Are things really so bad for her that she has this death wish? You know what she did, Anna. Stasis won't save you. This is a suicide mission. There are others out there who are tired of living in fear too. We can find them. Good. Go talk to them instead. Listen to me. When we can attack with the light and darkness together. Or we can keep our heads low and move on. There's nowhere else to go. You want to run away, that's your choice, but I'm telling you, we can do this. She says and holds up a satchel, pulling a drive from it. We just need a little help. You have him? I ask in disbelief. What's left of him? The war mind. I guess he didn't vanish with Mars. There is a power there, but this is still a foolish plan. Although Anna seems hell-bent on learning stasis, and with Rasputin, she'll do it. Once she puts her mind to something, there's no stopping her. I always thought the best way to protect her was to stay away from her. If I push her away now, can I really say I'm doing it for her? Only trouble, he's stuck on this drive, she said knowingly. He could use a new vessel. Anna smiles at me coyly. She knows exactly what to do and just how to bait me. I cast out a million second thoughts. I can't let my sister get killed. Lead the way.
Ooh.
That's where it begins. So yeah, so this is the dark future. This is one of the many timelines that the traveler has been seeing out there. So you're saying I should hold off cashing in? Look, if you want to cash in, you're more than welcome to cash in. I just have to make sure that I count them. That's the important thing, is that I count them.
All right.
And yeah, so that's chapter 1. That's chapter 1. And now I turn it over to my lovely wife. Yes,
Mendicant.
Mendicant. This is where I have to kind of backseat read with my wife, and if she has any problems with pronunciations or such, that's where I kick in. Of course, if I have several beers, that's going to get tougher.
It could be weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Chapter 2, Itinerant Mendicant. Stay ready. We don't know what's in there, I say to Anna, standing in front of the entrance to the deep stone crypt. We make our way through the war-torn lab. Aramis's siege before the bombardment sure left its mark on the place. She found darkness here and helped it spread like a plague on the world. Clovis almost did the same in his time. If I remember right, we have a long drop ahead of us. You better hang on to me, I say. She wraps her arms over my shoulders, and it's the first time I've been close to a person in over 100 years. I can smell a trace of sodium tellurate, but only a trace. She hasn't bathed for a few days. She squeezes tight. I forgot what this felt like. My body produces a fleeting sensation of warmth. I move down the elevator shaft. We land as quietly as possible, remaining still. It's dead down here, but the power is on. Someone must have been here, or still is. As we make our way through the eviscerated research center, I noticed Anna taking it all in. She seems almost familiar with the space. Clovis was an animal, sure, but what he discovered and built is absolutely incredible, she breathes. Never heard her speak so highly of the old man. She forgets that I was there. Doesn't realize the hand he played in our future, even centuries ago. This way, she calls out, running ahead. After walking through several corridors, we come to a familiar dead end. It's still there. Clarity control. I dreaded seeing this again. Practically a standing testament to all the bad that Clovis did. I want to get away from it, but Anna's fixated. Hey, you ready? We need to keep... Hey, you ready? We need to keep going, I say. She snaps back to reality. Sorry. Finally, we find it. The place where XOs were born. Anna covers her nose as we're greeted with a rotten smell. Slowly, we turn the corner and see a decomposing corpse desperately clinging to a lever on a console. The Drifter, Anna says. Hard to tell how long he's been here. We pry his hand from the console and carry him out of the room to try and purge the stench. What do you think he was doing here? I ask. Most likely the same thing we are, Anna says, plugging in her drive. But he failed. Probably for the best. He doesn't deserve another chance. It's depressing, seeing him like that, all alone down here. Anna works the console. Uploading now. Should be out of here soon. Grab that lever. I pull down and a latch opens, releasing radiolarian fluid into an empty pool nearby. I catch Anna staring at the spot where we found the Drifter's body. Do you ever think about what we could have done differently? She poses. All the time. Not really, I answer. So much of this death and destruction stems back to us, to our family. I know Clovis was responsible for a lot. He had a hand in bringing the darkness to this world. How do you know that? I ask. I found a journal the last time I was here. It's old and half the pages were torn out, but it had a lot of information about him that was salvageable. Of course, she's been here before. Clearly, she's not telling me the whole truth. What else was in it? I ask. Outside of the redacted memos and experiments, there were stories and recollections of our family. It's all from his perspective, so he was never the villain, but still, maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought. He seemed to care about us, in his way. Really? He did some good, Elsie. I was there, Anna. I saw things he did. He was delusional. Of course, he was never the villain in his own story. We sit for a while and wait in silence. The pool begins to bubble. Anna jumps to her feet as a sleek metal hand emerges from the fluid. Slowly, the XO rises. Silky liquid drips from the tendrils that could join the parts. Eventually, it takes its first steps out of the pool. Red? Anna asks timidly. Its head turns. Glowing eyes of scarlet meet ours, and it speaks Russian. Welcome back, old friend, Anna says. We're in business.
I was told this book was pretty good for lore. Oh, that's good. That's good. So the Drifter was up to something in the Deep Stone Crypt. Oh,
And it didn't work out for him.
and it didn't work out for him. It's pretty neat. If you're curious, the reason I was chuckling was that they were talking about going down to Clarity Control, and that's one of the maps in the Deep Stone Crypt raid. And yeah, I love that.
So do you see the Drifter in this?
No. When you don't see the Drifter in the raid,
Yeah.
but you do go to Clarity Control.
Huh.
I bet I can find the console and the switch where they found him, though. All right, give me a second. I'm just gonna.
Boost up that fire a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I think you just need to put the bits that are on the outside in the middle. You don't need to...
Do what?
There's some bits that aren't getting burnt.
Yeah, I know.
I'm woman-splaining the fire.
It's all right. No, you're not woman-splaining the fire. Your wife's splaining the fire.
Oh, there you go. Well, that'll help with the other log there, too. Oh, and you got some light.
You have some kindling. It's hovering around the edges.
Well, if it gets down there, there's some leaf litter and stuff that needs
Yeah.
to be burning there, too. We've got a decent amount of wood this year.
We did.
And the nice thing is we have Woodman on tap.
Yes, we do.
You just need to send Woodman a message, and Woodman delivers. Woodman delivers to your own fire pit. You don't have to go and get your wood.
Something went down the wrong path.
You have a little sip or something.
Or I just got a whiff of
Sucked in
whiff
some-
of smoke. Yeah, that's a possibility too. As a guy who does fire, I always take suggestions. I never say no to suggestions. Not absolutely not. But I can always tell when certain logs are burning and certain logs are not. But I do like the fire. I will say this though. I think this cut of wood that he got is different from the cut of wood he originally brought.
Yeah, why?
I think it just burns differently. At least I think this is burning differently than the original wood he brought.
Better
and
or
also
worse?
differently. This wood doesn't put out as much heat as the other wood that
But
he
it's
originally
putting out some
brought.
good light.
Oh, it is putting out some nice light. Yo, Froy.dev.
Hey, Froy!
How you doing there, Froy? How you doing there, Froy? We were talking about you yesterday, Froy,
In Espanol?
in Espanol, because the daughter for her, it turns out it's for her, I didn't realize this, it's for her final grade in Spanish. She shot a video of me and her making the carnitas recipe from Trejo's Tacos, and we set, or rather, I shouldn't say we. She edited the video, and she wanted some music to put with it. So I did play her some Metalachi. She was not.
She didn't think that was good for cooking. Too.
No, she didn't think it was good. De que hablaron? Yeah, así, yes. So we chose. We chose for the video La Música de Gypsy Kings. Bambalaya was the song that we chose. Bambalaya.
We couldn't choose anything with any.
Yeah, we couldn't choose. Yeah, she did not go for the Metalachi.
No,
but
Desposito. Is it?
No, it was remember it was Crazy Train.
That was Crazy Train. Yes, we had to be careful about the music choice.
But we did choose the Gypsy Kings, and man, I forgot how much I love the Gypsy Kings. But tonight, as you see, the fire is going, and we are doing some fireside lore, and this is chapter 3 of the book, The Dark Future, and this is called Towerless. Instead of powerless, it's towerless. I keep thinking about the drifter in the basement of the deep stone crypt, and wondering when that will be me. Would I have ended up dead, alone and rusting away, if Anna hadn't found me? The lost city looks worse than I remembered, buildings leveled and edifices stripped of their vibrancy, pollute what was once the last vestige of hope humankind had. The commerce, the children, the bustling life, all gone. Difficult to think about that day, the bombardment. We were hit on all sides. Aramis, the Cabal, Savathun, all attacking our strongholds at once. We never recovered. When the Dark Guardians turned on Aramis and the Cabal, everyone who wasn't killed went into hiding. Rasputin says something in Russian that I miss, and Anna laughs. Is that what it's like to be with friends again, I wonder? As I stare off at the empty sky where the tower once stood. You were close to the Vanguard, right? I ask. I don't know if I'd say close. We had a working relationship. They trusted me. Still, must have been nice. Closest thing to a family. If Savala could hear that. She trails off. A pensive expression rounds out the lines on her face. What was ours like? Our family, before all this? Didn't your research tell you, Anna? You were with them, with us. You know what they were really like. I don't know. We were a family. Can you just try a little for me? You know I don't remember anything. You got to spend time with them. You must be able to tell me something, anything. What did Mom's hair smell like? What was Dad's favorite song? I don't remember everything. Clovis made sure of that. Then tell me what you do know, she pleads. I don't want to have this discussion. You don't have the right to keep this from me. It's my life too. Drop it, Anna. From behind us we hear the readying of a rifle. Anna looks to me and inches her finger towards her weapon. We don't want trouble. My hand goes frosty with stasis while Rasputin's fist clenches. You came to the wrong place, the rifleman says. Anna cocks her head and faces him. Zavala? I turn to get a look. Before us stands the once proud commander of the vanguard, disheveled in rags. His ghastly right beard is as thick as a steel door, and from the looks of him a gentle breeze would knock him off his crutch and one remaining leg. They must have taken his ghost too. Sad to see the deterioration of a body that's been stripped of its light. Commander, you're alive, Anna exclaims. He doesn't lower his rifle. It's me, Anna, she says with hurt in her voice. His expression never changes. We have a plan to take down Savathun. We need to speak with Ikora Rey. Is she here? I ask. He grimaces. She is, he says, and points with his rifle toward the flotsam of the tower, buried deep underneath that. Woof. So for anyone just coming in, this is the book The Dark Future. This is the Exo Stranger's various logs in this book, and it's basically an alternate timeline. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good. There you go.
Chapter 4. It's Ikora, right?
Ikora, yes.
Chapter 4. Unguarded. We stare at Zavala in disbelief. He's so clinical, emotionless, like everything I've heard about him. Some things never change. Ikora's gone? Anna asks. Along with everything else. Whatever you have come to find, it is not here. Best you go. No, wait. We could use your help, Anna pleads.
I need to speak a little louder.
He turns and hobbles away on his crutch. Anna throws her hands up in frustration. I shake my head, but she follows him with Rasputin at her side. Commander, this all goes back to Savathun. If we can eliminate her for good, maybe there is hope. He stops. There isn't. You can't just walk away. Ikora wouldn't, she says. Zavala turns to Anna. You're just like her. Always were. Stubborn and self-righteous. That's how she ended up there. He points to the rubble. Keep going and you'll meet a similar fate. I am sure Savathun would be happy to abide. Anna, this is seeking blood from a stone. Let's go, I say. Surely she sees how broken he is. I'm not leaving. Without Ikora, he's all we've got, Anna exclaims. He doesn't want to help us. You're a coward, Anna screams at him. A coward. I did everything I could to save the city, and her. But we were at odds, just like the two of you. It was our downfall, Zavala says. He shakes his head and sighs. Looks like it'll be yours as well. Commander! I don't command anything anymore. That quiets us. I never had the opportunity to apologize, make things right. The next time I saw her, it was too late. Don't make the same mistakes I have. I see how much this pains Anna. Damn it. Fine. I'll help. Anna doesn't recall this, but our father, what I remember of him, was a stubborn man. He and I would fight all the time, but I never walked away without telling him that I loved him. The one time I forgot, he never came back. We've made mistakes, Zavala, all of us. We won't repeat yours this time if we fight together, I say. Zavala looks me up and down. So you're the fabled Elizabeth Bray, I take it. I am. We could have used you sooner. Like when the pyramids arrived, Anna chimes in. Our troubles began long before they showed up, Zavala says. They were just the leaves of a tree planted long ago. The Vanguard ran some cloak and dagger missions a while back in the Black Garden. We tried to suppress the Black Heart. It ended up corrupting the Guardians who came into contact with it. From there out, Dark Guardians spawned, and darkness slowly spread. I'm here now. That's all that matters. Who's the other XO? Zavala asks. Rasputin announces himself. We have a war mind? Incredible. Still, why would you need my help? He's infinitely more capable than me. Rasputin is a weapon, but we need to know where to point him, Anna replies. Which is why we could use whatever information you have to find Savathun. We thought that if we could ally with darkness and light, we might stand a chance. Find symmetry where staunchness failed, I propose. That old song, he muses. Even if I could help, the war mind won't be enough. Not for what lies beyond Savathun. She is only a pawn. Meaning what? You want the real witch. You want Eris Morn.
Pretty good reading of Zavala there, baby. Pretty good reading.
Not bad for a chick.
Not bad for a chick. I refuse to follow a man that barely fights off a scion. Listen to you, Ninja. Man, Ninja, you demand so much from Zavala. You do. So, Ninja, I know this might be the first time you've seen this, and Froy, yes, you are absolutely right. This is from the timeline that that Elsa came from, and she makes references to. This book is called The Dark Future, and this was the lore that one of the books of lore that you got while doing different missions and things in Beyond Light. But this is Elsa's timeline from an alternate darker future where she has come back, and she's trying to prevent that. This is the crux of Beyond Light, she's trying to make sure we avoid this future. And Ninja, if you're curious, that's Ninja Rockstar, not the Ninja, but hey, look, Ninja's always welcome to join my channel. Why not? But I was just going to say, Ninja, that since this might be your first time seeing this is something that my wife and I have been doing for coming up on 2 years. It's called Fireside Lore, and what it is I build a fire in the fire pit, and we read lore from Destiny. And that is what, if you look at my channel points, the golden gears are, for every 10,000 bits of golden gears, you can get one more piece of lore for us to read. And that's what we're doing here. This is something that we've been doing and we've been enjoying, and the weather is now not so butt-ass cold that we can actually build a fire, stay warm, and tell stories. And this has been a lot of fun. So we're going to go on ahead and forge on ahead with The Dark Future. And this is Chapter 5, Almighty Once. All right. It's always tough to follow my wife. She's really good at the storytelling. She's really good at the storytelling. We follow Zavala back to his home inside the wreckage of the Almighty that had crashed long ago. Do you remember this, Warmind? Our greatest success, Zavala says, and gives us a half smile weighted down by years of reclusiveness, and our final victory. Rasputin finds his way over to a console and plugs in. There are files in there I've been trying to decrypt for years. Maybe you'll have better luck, Zavala says. He lights a fire and prepares a kettle. I can't imagine Eris, Anna says, her voice trailing off in shock. Eris wasn't special. She was corrupted as easily as the rest. She came to me after finding an artifact inside a pyramid on the moon and deceived us all. The bombardment was her masterstroke, proving that the darkness destroys all it touches. My sister shoots me a knowing and somewhat hopeful glance. What happened that day? It's been impossible to find accurate recounts, Anna says. We were outnumbered. When the Witch Queen found me, she called me the non-believer as she tore my leg from its joint and pulled the light from my ghost, discarding me like trash. Ikora had it worse. I look to Anna, who is hanging on every word, fighting back tears. The urge to console her rushes up from the pit of my stomach, but I repress the sensation. I wasn't meant for that. I looked up to the traveler, hoping it would be our salvation from this atrocity, but instead it just left, abandoned us when we needed it most. I wanted to reach out and grab it, make it stay, make it save us, as we always thought it would, but that was it. Gone. Cabal forces crumbled the rest. Rasputin interrupts. What's that, Red? Anna asks. Did he say what I think he said? I asked, perking up. He said Gaul's plans to ensnare the traveler and harvest its light. The blueprints, they're all here. He's copying them now. My mind races. Zavala has been sitting on a gold mine. Looks like you might get your chance to capture the traveler after all, I propose with vigor. We bring it back here, make it fight, and restore the light. You need to find it first, Anna says. There's a hesitation in her voice, as if she actually doesn't like this plan. Rasputin chimes in again in Russian. What's he saying? Zavala asks. He can track it, the traveler. He can track it, the traveler. I say. Clovis installed the capability as a failsafe in case it ever tried to run off. Even with Red tracking it, we need an army to build Gaul's device, Anna says pessimistically. Anna, this is as good a shot as we're going to get. Did you drag me all this way to give up now? I ask. No, you're right. We can figure this out. Zavala smiles faintly while watching us. What do you say, Commander? One last ride for Ikora? Anna knows just what to say. I suppose, Zavala says, if this is the end of the world, we may as well go down swinging. Anna's eyes light up. We still need that army. I know of someone in command of an army who has a bone to pick with Eris, Zavala said. We need to find Mara Sov. Ooh, we all thought she was dead. We all thought she was dead. Okay. Oh, wow. Got some good stuff coming up on this one. Ninja, though, has a comment to make. I always love imagining that the Almighty landed on some guy's house out there near the mountains. Like some guy at the tower is like, oh, come on, what the hell? Or worse, it could be some people just, saying, hey, I just unearthed these old 20th century skis. Why don't we go out and try them out? And they're trying them out going, wow, this is fun. What is that coming up ahead of us?
Would you mind going and get another Mikey? Mike?
I can get you another Mike.
You can take that one.
Mike. Guess what day it is?
And I'll start reading while you're doing that. Chapter 6. A Matter of Trust. We've been travelling for a few days now, tracking Mara Sov, based on her last correspondence with Zavala. The signal was further out than we'd anticipated. Got a minute? Anna asks, knocking on the entrance to my quarters. Sure. It's trash day, so... I just want to say thank you. Coming with me, helping me convince Zavala. I admit it's been inspiring seeing Zavala renewed with purpose, even though he's chosen to keep the ratty beard. I shouldn't have come this far without you, she finishes. I couldn't have come this far without you, she finishes. It has been nice being with her, despite the circumstances. It's odd having a sister again, after all this time. Just doing my part, I reply. Anna stares off. I can tell she wants something, so I wait. I need one more thing from you, she says. There it is. I need you to show me how to use stasis. Elsie, you're proof that it's not inherently evil. It can be controlled. You show me how, and people will see it's possible. I was hoping that we'd moved past this. I'm not a figurehead for some movement, Anna. Stasis isn't something you simply control. There's constant temptation. I struggle still to this day. Using it takes time, discipline. And even I still haven't mastered it. Not sure if I ever will, I say. We will. And when we do, all the deniers will vanish. We'll get our world back. We deserve to get it back. Speak for yourself. Countless people died while you sat on the sidelines and watched everything falling apart. Oh, hold on. We'll get our world back. We deserve to get it back. We deserve what we got. Speak for yourself. Countless people died while you sat on the sidelines and watched everything fall apart. If only you knew, Anna, the darkness. Always an excuse. You want to do your part, then step up and actually help me with this. I'm trying to. What is this really about, Anna? You just don't get it. She storms out, leaving a fuming wake behind. I catch a glimpse of Zavala in the corridor. He was listening. You're using stasis? Zavala asks condescendingly. I get to hear it from you now, too. Okay. When there was a vanguard, I thought I had all the answers. Perhaps that was our undoing. I know now that commanding has as much to do with giving orders as it does listening to others' needs. Don't be like I was. Angry and trying to control everything.
Don't be that guy.
Listen to your sister. Consider why she's asking this of you. I have. We're here, approaching now, Anna calls out, her voice echoing down the corridor. I hoped I'd never see this thing again as long as I lived, Zavala says, as we come face to face with the Leviathan.
Oh, God, this is such a good book.
Yeah, take this.
Oh, yeah. I had to
Finish your Stein.
No, I had to, one, I had to use the little Guardian's room. Then I had to chase down Gamer Cat, who got upstairs because somebody was trolling him. Speaking of trolls, Ninja, there was somebody trolling our cat, who is the bigger cat, Sebastian, and I wanted to make sure Gamer Cat was able to get downstairs safely, and he did, and everything's fine, and everything's good. And
Sebastian loves him so much.
He loves him so much. Maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too much, chat. Hold that.
It's a bit of a I don't want to say stalker.
He's not a stalker. He's just an enthusiastic friend.
An overly enthusiastic friend.
Overly enthusiastic friend. You know, Chad. You know those friends
who are always wanting to do things.
Yeah, they're just like we're gonna be friends.
Even though you just want to stay home and curl up with a book or a good movie.
And they're like,
come on, it's a good party. Come on.
That's kind of Sebastian.
Yeah.
In a very aggressive kind of way.
Let's have some fun. I don't want fun. We're having fun.
We're having fun whether you like it or not.
It's good for you. I don't know if it is. It's good for you.
Trust me. I know it's better for you. Here we go.
All right. So your chapter. How many chapters are in this? How many chapters?
Do what? What's your cat struggles with? No. The cat, our cat doesn't struggle with stairs.
Oh, he runs up and down
No,
stairs.
he runs up and down stairs just fine. Gamer cat has he has security issues in that he's half the weight of Sebastian, of the other cat Sebastian. And if Gamer Cat, aka Benedict, if Benedict feels like he can't get downstairs safely, then
we have pee problems.
Then we have problems with him peeing on the bed. So we just try very hard. Oh, look at that!
Woo!
Look at that kindling just kind of light that up.
Well, you better make use of it.
I'm gonna make use of it. Okay. So we're at chapter 6 now. Oh no, we're
That was chapter 6.
That was chapter 6. We're going to chapter 7 now, which is called Commandeered. I mean, just the mentioning of stuff like the Leviathan and finding the Drifter alone, the Drifter's corpse alone in the Deep Stone Crypt, hanging onto to a latch. I'm just like, that's awesome. That's just awesome. He's well, he was a runt. He was actually not so much the runt. He was a rescue cat. So he's had issues of. This is the weird thing, Ninja. He's very skittish and he's a little nervous. But if I'm gaming, if I'm in the studio gaming, he'll curl up right on the desk with me. Or that's why he's got his own camera now, because he'll either curl up in the perch or he'll just hang out on my desk.
I think he's got feral tendencies, but he's also likes people.
He's needy. He's a
easy.
Needy gamer cat.
Even our vet calls him mysterious.
Mysterious, yeah.
And she's big on cats.
Oh yeah, she and but funnier still, there's even though he's nervous around people, we'll be upstairs watching television or something, and then we'll suddenly hear this, and I'll go over to the top of the stairs, leading down to the studio, and there's Benedict at the bottom of the stairs, just looking at me like, well, are you coming to game or what? So yeah. All right. So this is chapter 7 of the book called The Dark Future. This is Commandeered. Ooh, wow. Oh wow, we're coming out swinging.
Okay.
Commander Zavala, it is good to see you, or what remains of you. Queen Marasov says with a cutting elegance as we exit our ship and board the Leviathan. I believed you dead. Part of me was. I am glad to have found you, he says. We are in need of all the allies we can find, and you bring the Bray sisters, I see. I bow. It's good to see you again, my queen. I learned in my time with her before everything collapsed that the queen is particular about her customs. Mara smiles back at me. And you, my friend. Where is Callus? Zavala asks. We are unsure of his whereabouts. A problem for another day. She's surrounded by Cabal and Fallen working alongside what's left of the Awoken army. I had heard some defected to Eris after Mara's failed assaults. Everyone has lost so much to the Dark Armies. I'm surprised you don't have Vex here as well, Anna says discourteously. An attempt at humor, my queen, I say, nudging Anna in the hopes of conveying to her that the queen expects respect. The Vex are trapped in time by our betrayer and her dark army, Mara says. We have something that we believe can turn the tide, Zavala says, gesturing towards Rasputin. The War Mind can locate the Traveler using Clovis Bray's tracking algorithm. We know how to capture the Traveler once we find it, but we need your army to build the harness. I have slowly been gathering forces in preparation of striking back at Eris and the Witch Queen. I would invite you to join our ranks and swear allegiance, but I can smell the aroma of darkness around you, Mara says, her gaze resting on me. My queen, I say, lowering my head, I am wielding stasis, but we want the same end, to survive this. She's unconvinced. Elizabeth, you once asked me to pick a side, even if it was the wrong one. Tell me, did you choose correctly? She asks. I should hope so, since I am at your side once more. Mara and Zavala exchange a loaded glance as he nods, offering his approval. Do not mistake my hospitality for trust. You will earn it on the battlefield. I bow again. Anna does not. Later, as I approach the Queen's quarters, I overhear Zavala. Have to be aware, I do not fully trust her. I think she has a thirst for darkness. We will do our best to keep a close eye on that one, Mara responds. How could they still not trust me? If things go south, I'll do it myself. Anna is my friend, after all. He replies. Oh. What are they saying? Anna whispers, startling me. Nothing, let's go, I say quietly. Is there a spy in our midst? Mara calls out. Not quiet enough, I guess. No, ma'am, we were just coming in to talk strategy, Anna says as we enter the room, quick thinking. The Leviathan presents some interesting possibilities. My forces are constructing the harness as we speak. No matter what advantages you believe we have, we are still underprepared for the threat we face. Eris Morn is powerful in ways even I do not comprehend. She is using the darkness to its full potential. What if we were able to do the same, but with the light? I propose. Through the unending expanse of space, we see a soft light, a beacon, the traveler. There you are, Zavala says to himself as Mara and her makeshift army ready themselves. As we approach, I am awestruck. I forgot how massive it is. We have one shot at this. Red said he's able to access some of the ship's higher functions and weaponry. Dormant satellite arrays as well. Could prove useful, Anna says. Some good news, finally. Zavala exhales. Elizabeth? Suddenly Zavala collapses to the floor, grabbing his head and screaming loud enough to echo through the Leviathan. What happened? Mara demands. I don't know, he just fell, Anna responds. His eyes open wide. He calms. Then he speaks. We need you. Return to us. Is he? He's speaking to the traveler. You chose us before. Please, give us another chance. He closes his eyes and rubs his head. It intends to run, Zavala says, standing and regaining his composure. What are we going to do? Anna asks. Zavala releases a deep, focused breath. Take it back by force. Launch the harness, Marasav commands, and her crew gets to work. It fires as the traveler becomes aware, burning with a rich, luminous glow. Too bright to keep staring, I shield my eyes, hoping we built this right. The Leviathan shakes, and I grab onto the wall to keep from falling. The light fades, and my eyes adjust. Sure enough, the harness is latched onto the sphere like a barnacle, the 6 arms grip tight. The Leviathan erupts in applause. I look for Anna, but I can't find her in the mass of bodies. We're coming home, my Cora, Zavala says pridefully. Wow. Okay. As you can tell, chat, this is the first time I've read this. And, you know, as much as I want to try to stay up with lore and things like that, I also like waiting until a time like Fireside Lore where, you know, I can get caught up with everybody. And this is fun. So, Froy, Internet and Twitch are cooperating tonight. Have a great stream, everybody. All right. Hey, Froy, thanks for hanging out.
Okay. Chapter 8. Migration.
All right.
I heard you the other day, I say, barging into Zavala's quarters. He's mid-shave. Anna, you said you'd kill her. He wipes his blade clean and washes his face. If I have to, yes, he says. What makes you think you'll have to? I have known Anna a long time. Something isn't right. Weren't you just advocating that I listen to her? I wanted to see if something was off with you as well. You're a bastard, I seethe. Oh.
That's our neighbor. That's our new neighbor. That's Harley, the Great Dane pupper.
He's going in. He's going in. I'm making sure we're successful. You wouldn't even be here if it weren't for her. You'd be rotting away on that wreckage. Are you done? She's my sister, my responsibility. You don't get to make that call. I know whose shoulders bear this burden, and in this moment, he does too. Then if it comes to it, let's hope you have the strength to see it through, for all our sakes, he says. The Leviathan is quiet. Not the atmosphere of a rallied army charging headfirst on to victory. This feels like a death march. It's not my place to rouse the crowd, so I stand next to Anna and watch as we approach the moon, the traveller locked in tow within the harness. Everybody knows their part. I would like to say that I will see you here all again on the other side, but we know that isn't true. That's not why we are here. We are here to stop Eris Morn at all costs, Zavala said. He and Mara exchange a glance and a nod. He walks past us without another word, past the Cabal and the Fallen. Guess he doesn't like goodbyes either. We have arrived. Ready yourselves, the Queen orders. Make no mistakes. Eris will die this day. We rush into the dropships, leaving Rasputin to pilot the Leviathan. I join Anna and Mara on our journey to the surface. Anna, for all those years I did what I had to do, but I am sorry it was at the expense of us, I say. Save it for after. We're going to win. The dropship hits the ground with a thud, sending tremors through me. The door opens and we're greeted with a frontal assault of Thrall. We come out firing. It's chaotic, but through the turmoil I spot the Scarlet Keep. I see Eris Morn drawing power from beneath the surface, and I see an army of dark guardians stampeding towards us. I look up to the Leviathan and the Traveller, aglow in a phosphorescent haze. He's doing it. Zavala is overcharging himself with light, siphoning from the Traveller, using Gaul's plans and tech. Good luck, Commander, and thank you. Anna and Mara fight through the hive mercilessly as the Dark Guardians approach. I find Anna and signal towards Eris. In lockstep, we carry out our assault. Anna opens fire on a hunter while I cover her, blasting a flanking ogre with stasis. Anna drops a grenade under its massive feet, and a second later it's dust. Eris spots us, and I swear she's smiling. From behind the keep, a full brigade of the Awoken Armada rises, perverted with hive thorns and insignia. Now's the time, Warmind. As the Awoken defectors fire onto the battlefield, they're blasted out of the sky by satellite arrays in a dazzling display. I could feel Eris's frustration at this. Then I see her, shrouded in darkness, performing a summoning ritual. A singular beam of blinding light tears through the black sky with the velocity of a shooting star, headed straight for the Scarlet Keep. Give him hell, Commander. He collides with the structure so precisely that he only creates a small fissure. After a moment, an explosion, bright and disastrous, completely levels the keep to rubble. We hear a deafening scream throughout the field that could only be Savathun. Mara races to us. The witch is weakened. We strike now. Eris is regaining her footing as we close in. All of my detractors in one place. Thank you for bringing them to me, Anna, she says, and smiles. I turn to Anna, confused. She's pulled out a knife and readies it towards Mara. I make a move to stop her, but I can't. I'm frozen in place by Anna. She stabs Mara Sav in front of us. You're welcome, my queen. Stasis and blood drip from her hands. We are all dark eventually, Eris says with glee.
We all float down here.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Jeez, oh man. Wow.
So this is the future that she is
This is the future that Elsa is trying to prevent. and she's constantly referencing it throughout.
Okay.
So this is like I don't know if you'd call it a spoiler, but it's a bit like the.
It's an alternate reality.
Yeah, it's a bit
MCU,
like
the
no,
multi-voice.
No, it's more like the DCCU with Bruce Wayne's prophetic visions
I see.
that are being played off as just bad dreams. You know,
Yeah.
only with a lot less Jared Leto, and that's why
Thank God for
we
that.
enjoy it. Yeah, everything's better with less Jared Leto. All right. I've now switched. I am now drinking the Sunday Feels from Dogfish Head.
Are you having Sunday feels?
I'm having Sunday Feels on a Sunday, which is kind of nice. Honestly, it was just such a great night to do this, and I said, we got to bring back Fireside Lore tonight. So for those of you who are just joining us, good evening. Normally you would be gaming with the Tea Monster, but not on a Sunday night, and what we do on this channel is primarily Destiny based, but this is a Destiny feed that is not necessarily Destiny. This is Fireside Lore, where instead of playing Destiny, I build a fire in the fire pit, which is why we do have a fire pit cam. But we get the fire in the fire pit going, and then we come out here and we just read some of the great Destiny lore that's in the game. And this is something that we do. It is community driven. If you take a look at the bottom left corner of your chat window, you'll see something that says Golden Gears, and if you amass up to 10,000 Golden Gears, you can cash those in for one piece of Fireside Lore. And to give you an idea how popular this segment is, this occasional stream we do, my wife and I, where we read the lore. This is our we have amassed 25 pieces of lore. And
Well, that's more the community as a master.
that's what the community has done, yeah. So we're finally with the weather starting to warm up and cool off all at the same time. Welcome spring. We're getting to it.
We're getting back into it.
We're getting back into it, and this is our return to Fireside Lore, and this is chapter 9, also called The Return. What have you done? I scream as Marasov's body drops lifelessly to the ground. Elsie, listen to me. This was necessary. The darkness cannot thrive while believers of the light remain. There is a world beyond this conflict. Let's go there. Together, Anna pleads. This is not the way, I cry, and ready my stasis. Elsie, please don't do this. You can still join us. Don't you want to be a family again? Not like this. Not through death and betrayal. Zavala was right about her. I remember the promise I made. I forgive you for all the years you kept me in the dark. I know you were trying to protect me. Forget the past. We can start over. Let me protect you now. She says with such sincerity that I know she's too far gone to reason with. The look on Anna's face tells me she knows where I've landed. She's genuinely hurt, gritting her teeth to stop herself from crying. I try to raise my hand to blast her, but she's already on the move. Anna attacks and stabs me in my side, disconnecting core components. My left arm goes limp. I look up to see Eris summoning a portal. The Vex come flooding through. Our army of Cabal and Fallen have been eviscerated. Vex Hydras swarm the Leviathan and open fire. If I could cry, I would. We lost. Again. Suddenly, Eris stands above me with a twisted grin. Do you see what the path of the self-righteous yields? You call it protection, but all Anna felt was abandonment. You left a void. Darkness filled it. You have bigger problems, I say, looking to the sky. A piercing noise emanates from the traveler. Its brilliance begins to swell. Worried and confused, Eris commands all her forces to focus on killing it with dark energy. It didn't have to be this way, Anna cries as she drives the knife into me once more. You could have been with me. I finally shatter my own binding, blasting her with stasis. She flies back, locked in the air. I see her struggling. Anna, she's corrupted you. No, she gave me purpose. Damn it all, I know what I have to do. I kiss her forehead as I turn her blade and thrust it into her. Her eyes go wide, and some semblance of my sister returns before she fades. Elsie. She trails off into the void. My own sister. Eris will pay for this. The darkness energy Eris manipulates canvases the landscape and makes its way to the sky. I see the traveler getting brighter as the darkness encapsulates it. I race towards Eris, but I'm too late. In an enchanting explosion, the traveler's light enshrouds all in totality. Then darkness. I'm awake. I see a tower. The tower. I'm in the last city. It's thriving, bustling with life, children laughing. There's a small parade. I fight through the crowd to find Cade 6 at the center of it. I think I finally got him this time, he shouts as a beardless Zavala greets him. Tenix has been dead before, Zavala says. From behind him emerges a core away, like a vision. Let the new Hunter Vanguard bask, he's earned it. I'm so sick of the scene. I've hearing these words ever since the day I killed my sister. That was the first time. Now, I've lost count. No matter what I do, it always ends the same. Blood and betrayal. Then I'm back where I started. Right here. I'm being taunted, punished, forced to relive this loop. There has to be a way out. I will find it. I have to save my sister. Well, that's good. That's good.
So she's like in a Groundhog Day?
Yeah, she's like in a Groundhog Day that lasts for like centuries. But yeah, she's kind of stuck in this endless loop.
Did the Traveler put her in the loop?
I don't know if the Travelers put her in the loop. I'm assuming so because she still has a ghost, and she still has. I mean, these are all the theories that people glom from reading the lore.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a good one.
Someone leaving?
The what? Oh no, that was Froy.
Ah, that was Froy.
Froy
okay.
left. Froy left a while back.
So that was the end of that. So that was 9.
That was the end of that book. That was the book called The Dark Future, and
grim.
It's grim. Yeah, it's grim. It's real grim. But it is one of the new ones. It is definitely one of the new ones. The one that I wanted to try to find. Let's see if I can find it.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 9:38.
Okay.
You still good?
It's all good.
Yeah,
we can do another few.
Oh yeah.
If we could do another 3 or so, then
we're good. Then we actually get the.
Then we will get gone through half of the accumulation.
Yep. I want to see if I can find. Hold on a moment. It's kind of hard to search. I mean, I've got another.
You got another window open?
I've got another book set aside, and this would be good after we read the one that we just read. But it's called Regarding Stasis, and it's basically the books that you get every time you unlock something new in Stasis, and that is one that was actually requested. That was requested from us.
Okay.
I just want to see if there's any like books for Deepstone Crypt, and there is not. I was hoping to find one. Where is this it? I think this might be it. Hold on. Hold, please.
Look at the fire.
Yes, just enjoy the look.
That's a big log.
Look at the
you put
fire
on
there, Scarecrow. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, this. Okay, this. Yeah, this is the one. I'm pretty sure this is the one.
I don't know if we'll get through all of those tonight.
This is one. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that would be 18 pieces of lore.
That would be 18 pieces of lore. It'd be a little over half. All right. A little over half. So we'll have to see. I don't know how.
It depends on how long they are, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me just double check. I want to double check and see if this is the right book. If it's not the right book, then we can always. I just need to double check something too. I almost forgot.
Check with the owl.
I got to check in with the owl. I got to check in with the owl and see if I stayed in the Diamond League or not. Well, Piper Media just completed a 7-day streak, so good on you. Congratulations, well done. But I am more concerned about my
yourself.
streak.
Yay!
Yay! I finished in the Diamond League, everybody.
Ooh, by 2.
By 2 spots, I
gonna-
finished in the friggin' Diamond League. Woo! That was close.
Considering you had a number 1 slot.
Yeah, last week, but man, these were some thirsty bitches. This week there were some thirsty bitches. They were rough, man. I'm telling you, they were rough. All right, just give me a second here. I wanted to see. I think it is kind of cool that you can now access your lore from here. So there's regarding stasis, which is also 10 pieces, and then there's Dusk and Dawn.
Wow.
Looking for there's a lot of lore, in here. Okay, so let me just see here. Warlock armor, low battery. That's not me. Forsaken Prince, Well of Wishes, the Book of Unmaking.
Does it tell you which ones you've read?
It tells me the ones that I've collected.
Oh, okay.
And what I'm trying to find are the ones that you collect, the pieces of lore you collect when you're going through the Deepstone Crypt. But I cannot find those, and this is actually one that hasn't been released yet. So instead, I think instead of doing that one, I'd rather do. I was actually given a request that we should read regarding stasis. So let me go ahead and do regarding, and then
Regarding should bring it up, shouldn't it?
regarding should bring it up. Here it is. Books regarding stasis. Okay, we're gonna stick with what the public wants, and the public wants regarding stasis. So we're gonna give them regarding stasis.
Firsties, though.
Your firsties.
Okay.
So for those of you who are new to this, this is Fireside Lore. This is where we read lore, and basically entertain you with the lore from Destiny by the Fire Pit. And I'm T. Morris. This is my wife Pip. You can call me Twitch Dad. You can call her Twitch Mom if you like. And we go back and forth, and we trade off reading the lore. And this is regarding stasis. These are letters from Eris Morn. To different people specifically about the trials and tribulations and the perils and the powers of stasis.
Okay. Regarding stasis. To Ikora Ray. Ikora, when first approached to enlist in your network of Hidden, I was reticent. I had placed my faith in others previously, and it led me to the most arduous period of my life. When I emerged, hardly anyone trusted me. Rarely and others see value in me, except you. You have always remained an ally without my asking. I am now asking. The darkness's arrival ushers in a new age, and with it, the revelation of stasis. We must seize this opportunity before it's too late. This collapse now escalates. Our enemies' agendas advance, and we are losing. The Vanguard has played its part in bringing us to this stage, but Zavala is stalwart and far too stringent in his ways. He will never permit us to wield the darkness in service of the light. I know this journey into darkness is dangerous and unprecedented. You and I know few have tried, and even fewer have lived. We will become the exception. It is an audacious claim, surely uttered by easily corrupted fools, but it is one I intend to see through. I know what they are saying. They fear what I will become. Help me to assuage those fears. I am in control. I have touched the darkness and seen its plans for us. Do not trust it or its messages of peace and salvation. Stasis is not a gift. It is a tool. One that can be molded to fit our needs, and I have seen how to manipulate it for our gain. The surge of power can be overwhelming and tempting to give into, but my will is strong and brighter than the darkest of nights. I have dug in, carved new paths, and found sinew reserves in myself long thought depleted. We can win, Ikora. If we wield this tool correctly, we can prevent being overcome from attacks on all fronts. We can rid the world of Savathun and the blight of the Hive. Consider that. Nothing will dare stand against us when we command the dark and light. You believed in Osiris's teachings of balance once. Do not tell me you falter now. I know you are wavering. This is an opportunity to find meaning and purpose the Vanguard hasn't provided. The foundations you've helped lay will provide stability, but they must be built upon. I need you to preserve the ideals we've been fighting for, now more than ever before. You can allay those opposed and convince them of our efforts. Be the bridge to usher in the misled. Stand with me. Together, we will achieve balance.
See, this is pretty cool because we have not heard from Ikora. She has been quiet since Shadowkeep. And this is a brand new book from Beyond Light. So yeah, that's kind of intriguing. It's been one of the things that people have been saying, like why hasn't Ikora had more to do in these new seasons? And hopefully we're going to see something that happen.
And she's the vanguard of the.
She is part of the vanguard, and right now there is no hunter vanguard because Cade passed away, and then you've got he was killed, and then you've got Ikora. She is the warlock vanguard, and then there's Zavala, who is the titan vanguard. Hunter warlock titan. Yeah, hunter warlock titan. Don't know why I'm going to blame the beer. That's why I blanked on that for a second. Okay. So here we go. Again, this is the book regarding stasis, and this is the letter of Eris to Zavala. Zavala, our world has changed, and the people of the last city look to you, to the vanguard, for leadership. We have come face to face with that which we have feared and condemned for so long. New insights have been discovered, and knowledge once thought unobtainable has been gained. There is an untapped potential in stasis for us to be greater than the sum of our parts. Yet the vanguard remains stagnant in its unwavering crusade against the darkness. You believe we must destroy the darkness. We cannot. We should not. We must use it to learn its power. We have a chance to show our strength in the face of utter calamity. Make no mistake, the new collapse has arrived. Stasis is the key to enduring it. Our enemies will come from all sides, but the balance will see us through. We simply cannot win this fight on firepower alone. If that were the case, the war mind would not have been reduced to a boneless heap of machine parts. I know what you think of us, the drifter and nuisance, the stranger and unknown quantity. I am also aware of the impossible feat of fully earning your trust. Your trust is a luxury. Yet I have been ever ready to serve and support Vanguard efforts throughout your tenure. Never once have I led you astray. Believe me when I tell you this is the only way forward. We are doing what is required to win this fight. Now is not the time for staunch biases. It's the time to end the old guard. There is a new calling, whether you answer it or not. You do not have to embrace it, but do not stand in our way. We will move on with or without you. What you reason to gain by holding on to antiquated ideas is nothing compared to what we lose if we do not fight back against those who use the darkness by employing any means necessary. If we do not, we will surely face complete annihilation. And good evening there, Steampunk Rick. I see you in there.
Hello, Rick.
Just wanted to make sure that you made sure we saw you. So, yep. A little bit of Fireside lore. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
The fire is looking good, I think.
It's looking good.
Fire's looking good.
To my queen. My queen. Your absence during this time is distressing. I am certain the efforts on your front are not in vain, though I must inform you that our situation is evolving rapidly. Your guidance and support are greatly missed. We have made substantial and irrevocable progress in our understanding of the darkness. Its wants, desires, and needs become clearer each passing day. I have much to share with you, though I am concerned you will be displeased by the means with which we have obtained the information. Before word reaches you that Eris Morn has been compromised, I will tell you myself. I am fighting the darkness using darkness itself. It is vital to me that you know beyond any doubt that I am of sound mind and body, and our agreement stands. While I use darkness to combat it, my focus remains steady. I know there are threats far greater assailing us on all fronts. We must strike back and measure, and this is my part, my front. For left unchecked, Savathun will become the greatest threat of them all. When I encountered her last, she demeaned me, tried to use my friends against me, and rob me of my strength. She has no idea how powerful I have become. I will see her end firsthand. I acknowledge there is a great anger in me. I know the darkness would sooner exploit my rage than grant me serenity. I will not dishonor our friendship with lies. It is hard to control my emotions. I feel the temptation to give in. I urge you not to condemn me. You know what I have seen, what I have been through. I am not one for reckless abandon. Though this may seem a last resort, I have unveiled a great potential for us all. While I have received resistance from the vanguard, more are joining our ranks. Soon, we will wield the power we need to stave off the odious minions of the darkness permanently. Soon, the Witch Queen will feel my wrath. Soon, there will be peace. I hope when you return, it is to a world without strife. For now, I ask that you continue to believe in me. Your support has remained a beacon in the most trying of times, and were it to extinguish, I fear what would ensnare me. I am sure you are frightened and appalled by these developments, but I assure you this is for the greater good. While you may disapprove of my methods, know that the ends will justify the means. That's never a good... When people say the
when people
ends
say that, yeah.
You know...
Yeah.
You've
There's
compromised
always
maybe a little too much.
Yeah, just a wee bit. And the queen in particular is Queen Marasab.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think she's dead. But it's been really kind of ambiguous. And no one really knows for sure whether she's dead or alive or a little bit of both, and no one knows.
In between?
But, yeah, somewhere in between. And now, this is to the stranger. Now keep in mind, in Beyond Light, we see Eris Morn kind of communing a bit with the stranger and the drifter, and it's like they're like the three amigos here. So this is the letter to the stranger. Elsie. Mm-hmm. Stranger, you raise a great deal of suspicion in your ways, and your words harbor the weight of someone who has witnessed more than they let on. Boy, that feels good.
Ooh,
As one, there you go. There, the Kinlan just kicked in. As one who has seen the darkness and into the void, I know too well how to conceal unbearable truths. Know this: the truth is eternal. Run from it as long as you can. It will catch up. You speak of events that have not come to pass with a certainty that unsettles my mind, yet your purpose here feels obfuscated and opaque. Secrecy will not galvanize our cause. It will fester and rot away our cores until our enemies eviscerate our hollowed and putrid husks. Occasionally I sense you may be afraid of the future, of the past, of me. Share your secrets, for there will be nothing to fear, and the darkness will have one less weakness to exploit against us. Drifter raises other concerns about our coalition. I sense our allegiance to be a precarious one, each of us out of our element, though we all stand to lose far more than we gain through betrayal. If our dedication to the cause does not waver, we will see the other side of this collapse. The bonds we have formed outside of our alliance must not break. We must continue our efforts to convince those opposed to our work that it will be the foundation for our preservation. Our hope lies in a collective unity, though we must also ensure that none shall inhibit our growth or progress, no matter where the opposition lies. I fear for what that entails. I too have trepidations regarding the path we are on. Even as I feel our powers swell, there is still temptation rife with destructive potency and stasis. What else could it unlock inside of us? In these unorthodox times, I look to the darkness and our enemies. See how it empowers them while it toys with us? Oryx would have never led the Taken without its guidance. Aramis's army may have been vile, deadly force due to its influence. We should learn from their examples. It will subjugate us as if we allow it. So we must spread our message of balance through the dark. We must show our control, or we too will be lost in the shadow it casts. Now is the time to rise up and take command. Use its power to eliminate the puppets in its grasp. If we are successful in our instruction through discipline, guardians will harness the long-dormant power within without fear of corruption. They will listen to you, stranger, as they have before. Be their lodestar for hope. That is our path to eradicating those who misuse the darkness. Through our singular focus and unparalleled strength, our enemies will fall by our hand, and the unending night will give way to a dawn not seen since the Golden Age. Is that not what we are fighting for?
So who's writing all these letters?
Eris Morn. That's the woman with the 3 green eyes, and she's got the...
So she's sending off all these letters to people.
Yeah. She's got a lot of time on the moon.
She's writing some...
And she's very prolific. She's
Yes.
very prolific.
It's like Jane Austen, but Destiny.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Jane Austen version of Destiny. That's a great analogy, honey.
She's got nothing to do but write.
Yes. So she is the Jane Austen of Bungie. And Gun Guy, yes, we are doing Fireside lore tonight. We are staying warm by the fire, and while my wife takes care of things, I go on ahead and I keep the fire going with a little bit of kindling and a whole lot of willpower. But yeah, how you doing? Yo, Rev 3 dude.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, how you doing there, Nick?
Okay.
We got to get you out here sometime, Nick. When we get our Fauci ouchies,
Yeah.
you got to come out here for Fireside lore, and you've got to read some of this lore since you're our lore master in the fire team. All right.
All right, let me read the letter to the Drifter.
To the Drifter.
Drifter.
Yeah.
While your presence is often irritating and
Off to a
your
good start.
odor repellent,
Oh my.
you have proved yourself quite knowledgeable regarding our foes. As darkness appeared, you did not flinch. Your assistance during its arrival was greatly appreciated. Under normal circumstances, I would belittle you and tell you how one such as yourself is unworthy of the position you find yourself in. But nothing is normal during these times, and I accept any ally willing to see past the antiquated philosophy we have sustained ourselves on for so long. You too acknowledge the need for balance during this time of extremes. Need I remind you, our actions must reflect this. Your unpredictable nature has no place here. We must remain steady in our convictions, no matter what the Vanguard or the Guardians say. Keep your ears open. Should forces gather against us, it is paramount that we outmaneuver any counter to our plans. We are both accustomed to working alone. For this effort to be successful, we must cast aside selfish intentions and find common ground. Alone, we will collapse under the weight of this undertaking, and the darkness knows how to exploit weakness. I know you feel it as well, the power stasis brings. Does it frighten you? Even though I believe my grasp is stronger than yours, I do not have any illusions regarding the darkness. It will tear through your lack of conviction faster than you can abandon the cause. I am curious, however, as to your feelings towards the stranger. You appear as a creature of instincts, and mine remain sharp. I am nagged by the sensation that she is not being entirely forthcoming, and much of her information is shrouded in speculative riddles. I believe her intentions are true, but I cannot separate myself from the uncertainty I feel. Where does your confidence lie? I suspect you do not trust anyone, myself included. Perhaps that is a trait worth adopting. We will be tested in ways that we are not prepared for. I hope you see the gravity of our charge, despite your consistent mockery and cynicism. This is no time for humour, though you may not have the capacity to process your emotions without it. It is wise to keep your comments to yourself. Invest in a journal for reflection when times are lighter. And lastly, I ask you to refrain from referring to me as moon dust. Perhaps then I can overcome citing you as rat.
Okay, that is probably one of the coolest entries ever from Eris Morn.
She doesn't really like it very
Well, no, you got to remember. You see, Drifter is he's like the McConaughey.
Oh, he's the McConaughey?
He actually has a point where he goes, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, geez.
Let's see what we got falling on the horizon. He basically does that. He really is the Matthew McConaughey. So picture Eris Morn, and then you got McConaughey.
Oh, okay, yes.
Coming in, going, all right, all right, all right.
And she's
How
like,
you doing today,
God.
Moondust?
Moondust.
So you know what, Moondust, I got news for you. Time is like a flat circle.
I started drinking it midday.
On Europa, I start drinking at noon. You boys don't get to interrupt that.
Okay.
Oh, that is my God.
I get that.
The new t-shirt, really? The new t-shirt should say, the Drifter is all right. All right. Now, this is to Osiris. This is to her letter to Osiris. Osiris, I fear this letter may never reach you, old friend. Your disappearance is mysterious and unexplained as the loss of the planets we suffered. I write to you because we are in the midst of a new era. You predicted this turning point long before it was on the horizon, and we are in need of your wisdom now more than ever. You will be pleased or mortified to know you were correct. Balance is only the true way. You have seen the scales tipped firsthand. Too much in either direction has never resulted in the harmony we hoped to achieve. The Vanguard is dubious of our intent and ability, fearing corruption and displacement. They do not trust me. You were held in similar contempt for speaking your truth and empowering free thought. You know what it feels like to be chastised and labeled a traitor. We are mere steps away from disintegration of our institutions, and they cannot see destruction staring them in the face. We've been manipulated from all sides. Savathun has played the darkness as an instrument of deceit, while the Vanguard has used the light to blind us. There was power in between, kept from our grasp. No longer. Ikora wavers. She stares at the precipice, unwilling to fall into the abyss. We can no longer wait for her to make a choice. While it pains me greatly, this is not the time for personal feelings to factor into actions. I have allied with those branded unsavory, that's Drifter, and have taken the power the darkness holds to oppose it. It cannot oppress that which it does not control. For so long we have clung to the light, denying the strength offered by the dark. By using stasis, we will end this war. We see this contest for what it truly is, a game played by our adversaries, and we have been the pawns. We are pawns no more. This is not a battle I want to wage without you. Although we may not have a choice in the matter, wherever you may be, please come back to us.
She's just writing.
She really is. So this is
Asher Mia.
This is Asher Mir.
Oh.
This is a charming sod that we lost. She might be writing this posthumously because Asher Mir disappeared with Io when the darkness came. So
Just shooting this one off in just the hopes that
maybe he's still out there kicking somewhere, being grumpy at the world. Because that's what he does.
Asher, my Jensum scribe, This communication shall go undelivered, along with others that never found their destination. I feel guilt, pain, anger. I am sorry I was not there for you at your final hours. What you must have felt, knowing you were facing the certain end. I hope the majesty of Io and the sacred land of the cradle provided some comfort where I could not. Your affliction was ravaging you, this is known. After all your suffering, perhaps you welcomed death. In a way, I envy you. To know tranquility, to discover what awaits us on the other side of this fight, beyond the torment. That does not excuse my absence, for which I struggle to forgive myself. I will never forget how you cared for me after my escape from the Hellmouth. You provided me with hope after I had lost all, and compassion when I believed I deserved none. You made me feel myself again. I have stolen strength from the darkness, imagining it would lead to a changed world after all this. There would be peace, a cure for you, a warm cup of jasmine tea between old friends. It was an end that justified the means. I make a solemn vow today to you, Asher. I will have our revenge. I am powerful beyond our enemy's anticipation. The abominable hive will be exterminated, and Savathun's illusions of sovereignty will be broken.
Constant pro chat. She waits until the car goes by.
Yeah. The vile family line will end with the Witch Queen. I will not stop there. The Vex will have their day. I will scream your name so it echoes for eternity as I banish them to time and to rust and decay and be forgotten. Our enemies sought to corrupt us from the inside. They believed us compromised and invaded. But our infections will be healed through my actions. They were unaware that we were siphoning knowledge. We are the infections now, and we will rot them out. Too many of my friends have disappeared. Paranoia warns me that more will follow. I must act quickly. Your legacy will not be forgotten, and your work will fuel the eventual Vex deletion. I will see a monument built in your honor. Rest assured, till our light shines together again.
That was lovely. I didn't realize Eris and Asher knew one another, so that's a revelation on me. All right. Now this is to the Witch Queen.
Ooh.
Now here's the thing. I think the Witch Queen, for the longest time, I thought the Witch Queen was Savathun. But they keep referring to Savathun and the Witch Queen as two separate entities. So I'm going to make the bold assumption that the Witch Queen is not Savathun. But she is part of that. She's part of the family that we have been dealing with since the Taken King. And here we go. This is an open letter, to the Witch Queen.
Did she post it too?
She posted it on Medium.com probably.
Oh, I was thinking New York Times open letter.
Or New York Times, yeah. Her and Jared. All right. You believed yourself clever, unassailable, and omniscient. For too long you were. Manipulating and pulling at our strings, howling at our failings. The black needle punctured our deficiencies, injecting fear and doubt into our cause. Speaking of which, don't worry about the doubt about the light, because that's going to start kicking in. It's going to come up in a minute. You have grown greedy, Rich. Your ambition has forced you to overextend your reach. You have revealed your weaknesses, and through stasis I have become powerful enough to rid us of your curse on existence. We control the darkness and the light now, and it will be your undoing. Your hands are wet with the blood of my allies. I have not forgotten the suffering your meddling has caused. We saw you, the puppet master behind Oryx's plot. We heard your screams as Crota met his end. Your cowardice will conceal you no longer. I am coming for you. Dual Aroth is the Witch Queen. Savathun is a Wish Dragon. Thank you for that. Thank you for that clarification. See, this is why, chat. This is why Rev 3 is in my fire team. He's the lore master, and that's his jam. That's his jam. This is why we got to get him here for one of these fireside lores. I will be at your end. Sorry, I will be your end, as your elders before you and your progeny after you fall, and all that surrounds you crumbles. Eris Morn will stand in front of you, smiling, as I wipe your name from the pantheon of gods. You will suffer humiliating defeats as your power dwindles and your influence withers. We will laugh at your demise. You will become a fascination. Children will sing songs and tell cautionary tales of the old witch who avarice deprived her of her desires. You will fade into fable and eventually nothing, a bygone dream of pains no more. Do you understand this clearly, Savathun? We are no longer forced to endure your torture. There is no veil for you to hide behind. We see you plainly. Your orchestration has led to too many foul notes. All your attempts to subjugate this power have failed. You are a plague, and we are the cure. Your army will be eradicated, and the hive will be a layer of dust, cushioning our footsteps. Trust me, you will hate it. I find myself giddy at these thoughts. Revenge suits me, it seems. I no longer know fear. I am overcome with certainty. When next we come face to face, I will remove the bandages that shield me, so I may see you for all you are and all you are not. And you will see me and know that the fire that burns behind my eyes will be your oblivion, suffocating and searing you to ash. Prepare yourself. I am your ruin. That's a good one.
That's a poison pen letter if ever I heard one.
That's like a this is like the Destiny Dangerous Liaison. You know?
That's right. I could just see her. Like, I feel like she's using a actual
My
pen.
dear Viscount,
I hate you
so much. The flames. It's amazing this paper has not caught on fire yet.
Or she's writing to like the opinion
The
column
opinion
in
piece,
there.
yeah.
Dear Washington Post. Please
Dear
print-
Washington Post, dear Abby, you bitch.
All right.
And this is our last one
This
tonight.
is the last one for tonight then.
To
So
all guardians.
To all guardians.
Yes, to all guardians.
Guardians. Discontent and skepticism permeate our allies and corrode our bonds. I am certain the rumours that circulate in the tower have found their way to you. Eris Morn has been compromised, corrupted by the darkness. You and I know that could not be further from the reality. You have stood by me, and we have been empowered, enlightened, and vilified. Vivified. Sorry, vilified's different. Vivified. We have struck a balance. There is so much that you are already aware of. You have seen how the darkness does not seek to subjugate, as the light does not. They are tools. They are choices. They are made to be commanded and controlled. This is clear now. Along the path, you have been the only consistent allies worth trusting. I have my doubts about the stranger and, similarly, the drifter. If they fail us, or worst, attempt to deceive us, we will have to continue on without their support. I do not fear that possibility. As long as we are together, we will be unstoppable. We can recover what has been stolen from us and procure retribution for that which is irreparable. We finally have control over the darkness and can use it against those who seek to destroy us. All of us now have the means to persevere and win this war. Any Cabal insurrection will be thwarted before it's allowed to endanger. The Vex will be banished to some forgotten time. The fallen will surrender or perish. And what of Savathun and her forces? They will bend until they break into decomposing pieces of refuse. Stasis provides an answer to where we have fallen short previously. Use this power with me to abolish our foes and prevent what our forebearers could not. The next collapse is here, and we must abandon our previous misconceptions of right and wrong. You are aware of the stakes, so I will leave you with a word of warning. The new collapse did not come from the darkness alone. It comes from all around. It comes from within, and the assault has already begun. This campaign is far from over, so there is much to prepare for. We will be the masters of our fate once more. I cannot wage this war alone. I need you. All of you. I know what I ask, for you to face the unknown, use forces beyond our comprehension. This is a world of uncertainty, yet it remains clear. Wielding the darkness with righteous intent will be our true salvation. Will we unite?
And that is where we're going to call it for tonight for our Fireside lore. We did
not bad.
2 books tonight.
18 pieces of lore.
18 pieces of lore. We did 18 pieces of lore tonight. We read, for those of you who are joining late, we read the Dark Future, and we also read. We just finished reading regarding stasis, which
The pen letters.
the poison pen letters of Eris Morn.
Should have got you a pair of bellows over the winter.
Yeah, I know. I should have.
That was where I was going to get you those for Christmas, but
Oh, I just got a whole.
you sucked in a nice eye full of smoke there.
No, I just got a whole eye full of smoke there. I was trying to find trying to find these things.
I think it's.
Nope,
Whoop.
darn it. I tell you something.
It's getting down towards red coals, I think.
Yeah, but there's like parts of this wood that haven't quite burned yet. So I tell you something. Log management is a lot harder, chat, than you might think.
Log management.
Log management.
So I keep you around for
Yeah,
log
so
management.
Log management. And then we just get a little bit going here. Just.
Ooh,
It's
making
baffles when you've got theater training from James Madison.
That's right. Intercostal diaphragmatic method of breathing. Do you remember that?
What was that?
When I studied speech and drama, one of the things was like, how do you intercostal diaphragmatic is you breathe all the way down to your ribs. You expand your ribs
You expand
to
the
really
ribs.
pull in the
Yeah.
oxygen.
Yeah, there you go.
They never said that you could also use it on fires. Don't put any more wood on, hun.
Oh, no, I'm not going to put any more wood. Maybe some more kindling, but not wood.
Yeah.
Just a little more kindling here.
Oh, there goes the train. Can you hear it?
Yep. Adding to the ambiance and the atmosphere.
Well, actually, the train is, I don't know, it's a couple of miles away.
The fact that it's well, see, that's the thing that people don't realize about where we live is that it's still a major throughway for the train for not just for not just Amtrak along the East Coast, but it's also one of the major throughways for cargo.
Well,
But it adds to the ambiance.
Well,
of
that's
all
why they
this.
stuck around and had 2 battles for Manassas.
Yeah, and in our books there were actually 3 battles for Manassas because that was what we did.
They just loved it so much.
They
came
loved
back
it so
for-
much. Yeah. They
came
wanted
back
a
for
threefer. They
Well,
wanted a
listen,
threefer.
I love the horn. When horns go off at.
It really does
Sure.
add to the charm of the night.
Oh,
But
we
you know
got
what?
everything
That was a good run and a nice return to Fireside Lore, and I hope you all enjoyed it. For those of you who are joining late or wondering what this was all about, this is something that my wife and I started doing sometime almost 2 years, coming up on 2 years now, and we've been doing this because we wanted to offer something during this time of pandemic where we just gave people a little bit of comfort. And we got
I mean, what's more soothing than a fire?
yeah.
I just yeah.
And a lot we got a lot of feedback from when we last did it before it got too cold to do it, where people were just like, this just gives me a lot of comfort, And I think it's the that's why we have a camera that's on the fire as well as a camera on us, because it just adds to the whole feel of, it's like you're joining us around the fire pit. That's why we got the fire pit here. When
Was to have people around.
God, when it was we got this fire pit 11 years ago, 12 years ago.
No, not that long ago. I've been here.
Actually, 2012 was.
Yeah,
when,
we got it 2012.
Was
I
it
think.
2011 or 2012?
I want to say it was 2011.
All right, so it was 2011. This is the
This
10th.
is coming up on 10 years.
10 years.
This thing has been.
This thing has been fantastic, chat. This thing is absolutely fantastic.
And unlike like decks, we haven't had to do much to it.
No, we just
Give it
have
a
to
little brush every now
sweep it, and weed it.
I think next
Sweep
week
and
we're
weed
going to
it.
come out and, if the weather's good, do some trimming of various things and prepare the.
It would be real nice if we could shift the focus of this
Yeah,
and actually sit on that wall.
it would be nice.
It would be nice. I don't
We'd
know
have
if
to trim everything back.
we'd have to trim the trellis, definitely.
Yeah, so
We've got a beautiful honeysuckle plant, but it is
it's not it's not blooming yet, so it's a good time to trim it before it blooms.
and between the honeysuckle and the actual
middle of the trellis is fine.
the trellis we have to manage. But hey, I tell you what, let's go on ahead and let's do this while the fire's doing all right, and we're gonna do a night raid. Whoa, if I can spell the command right. Here's the command, right? And let me put on a little bit of music to segue us out. Give me a minute. There we go. And what I'd like for you to do is take this message right here, and I want you to copy paste that into where we're headed. We are going to raid an old friend of ours from the before times that we would always see at cons. Her name is Nutty, and she is now doing a chill art stream. And after doing some storytelling, I think a chill art stream is just perfect. Okay, so copy that message, and let's go and say hey to Nutty. Nuchatas, but just you can call her Nutty. She's good people. All right, thanks everybody for being here. We will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.